そそるぜこれは
君と見た世界さあ始まりの鐘が鳴る We are positive 無邪気に手渡された理不尽な未来を遊び尽くせる角度がでかかな時計の針も見ない心が刻むリズムだけ
Hi, I'm BornKillerCOM here with Phoenix Will Media. We're here at 2022 Anime Milwaukee. We're gonna go find some cosplayers to interview. Let's go. All right, I am here with Kimmy. She is cosplaying as
Ninja Leafa. I love doing versions of Leafa from Sword Art Online. So this is a ninja version.
very cool. I like the whole mix-up on the cosplay. It's always cool to see different versions of people's takes on it. How many different cosplays have you done?
Oh my goodness. I've been cosplaying for probably like 10 years, so I have a ton, but I just recently switched to only versions of Leafa. So now I have like at least like 6 versions of her, but I've probably done like at least 30 or maybe 40 cosplays.
Wow, that is a lot. A lot of dedication. How much does all that run you? You know, it's got to be an expensive hobby.
Well, yeah, money-wise, I try to set like a $300 budget for each cosplay, but of course I can go above that or below that, you know, but I do make everything myself. So this is all handmade.
Genuine.
Sewn. Yep. So it's it can get pretty expensive, but I like it. It's worth it.
The anime community, what do you love about it?
I think it's just that everyone is so welcoming. You know, it's like we're all dressed up like kind of like weirdos, you know.
Oh, right.
But we get so many people that are just down to take your picture and down to hang out, and it's kind of weird with COVID now because people are a bit more standoffish in terms of like physical, but it's just always a fun time.
Right, definitely. How many years have would say you've been coming here?
Oh, to AMKE?
Yeah, just to Anime Milwaukee.
Oh my goodness, probably 5 years.
5 years now? Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, Anime Central in Chicago is my like home convention, and I've been going there for 13.
Wow, 13 years. That's awesome.
And it's always my birthday con, so it always falls on my birthday, and I just have the best time.
For sure. What do you like about anime? What got you into anime?
I think it's the lightheartedness of it. Now, of course, not every anime is lighthearted, but I love the fact that there are so many categories of it where like you can find dramas anywhere, but or comedies anywhere, but when it comes to anime, they add this extra level of personality to it.
What right now, what would be your favorite anime that you're watching currently?
Well, like I said, I'm a Leafa girl, so I love Sword Art.
For sure.
And then while I've been at the con, I've been watching Food Wars.
Food Wars, yes, I have definitely been watching Food Wars as well. I haven't got caught up yet, and just the food looks amazing, and you cannot not get hungry from watching that show.
And that's the worst part, is that at a convention I'm eating like a cup of noodles every morning, and I'm like salivating over this delicious food in this anime, and I'm like trying to pretend.
It tastes like it, I swear.
Yeah, but it's like trying to pretend this cup of noodles tastes like what's on the screen.
Definitely. Growing up as a kid, what was your favorite anime?
Oh my goodness, Nana. It's a bit more of an obscure one. I know it's like a shoujo one. So it's about 2 girls that have the same name, and they end up living together, but one is a punk rocker and the other one's like super Lolita. And it's kind of how their lives intertwine.
That's awesome. Okay. Are you a gamer at all?
Not so much anymore. I kind of turned into like a button masher.
All right. For sure. If you could give any tips to anybody that is just getting into cosplay, what would they be?
I think it would mostly be just remember to have fun. cosplay can be, like, especially with me making everything and sewing, it can be so stressful. And it's just like, for some reason you feel like you have to have something new, you have to get it done right away. There's a deadline, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, just remember that you're doing this for fun. Like, it's just for people to enjoy what you're doing and for you to enjoy what you're doing.
That's awesome. I absolutely love the warm welcoming that everyone has, been giving me as a newcomer, because this is my first one as well. First con ever, and the amount of people that have come up to me and says, "Oh, I love your Barry, your Barry cosplay." I'm like, "Thanks." It took me 30 seconds, but and that's the coolest thing of, like what you said earlier, is people come together and everyone's super nice, and it's wonderful. It's a great experience for sure.
That's the important thing with cosplay as well, is that it doesn't have to take you forever. You don't have to put life dedication to it. As long as you're enjoying yourself dressing up, and it's if that's what fulfills you, then you're great. It's and I have friends that say they don't want to go to a convention because they don't have an outfit. And I'm like, you don't need an outfit. You're still going to be welcomed and appreciated in the community, whether you have an outfit or not. But if you have one, it doesn't have to be an intense one either. Just enjoy yourself.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, let's do this.
I am Neo from Ruby.
All right, very interesting. How many times have you been to Anime Milwaukee?
This is my third time. So.
Is it different for you do you see something different every time, or is it do you see same old? Why do you keep coming back?
It's definitely different every time. There's different trends in the animes and comics and just whatever anyone is cosplaying as. I know 2019. Ruby was real big, so I was getting a ton.
Right. Yep. Ruby is definitely is one of the popular ones. So right now, what anime are you watching currently?
Right now I'm between them. I just finished Death Note, so.
Okay, very cool. What anime, growing up as a kid, that got you into anime?
I didn't start watching anime till I was 13, and then I started with Soul Eater. So.
Okay, Soul Eater, yeah, classic anime, definitely for sure. What would you tell upcoming new people that are coming in to cosplay, confidence-wise, any pointers?
I would say that you always look better if you can put on the air of confidence. So if you're worried about looking bad, just try to play it up, and you'll look better.
All right, very, very good, very good. Out of everyone that you've seen so far, what would you say the most popular anime character is this year that you've seen so much of? Mine would definitely be probably Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. There's a lot of Demon Slayer cosplay.
Demon Slayer this year, yes, definitely.
All right, let's do this.
So my outfit is less of a cosplay and more just of a celebration of DecoraKe fashion from Japan.
Oh, very interesting. What got you into this display?
Well, ever since I was probably in middle school, I was really into Harajuku fashion, and as I got older, I started discovering different subsections of that culture, and DecoraKe really spoke to me because the sort of hyper-feminine, maximalist, rainbow kind of chaos of DecoraKe sort of came about from this desire to publicly protest a hyper-conservative social culture. The girls who would dress in DecoraKe fashions were doing so to kind of stand up against the sort of restrictive boxes that the social culture in Japan puts them in. And so I, as a member of the trans community, the idea of using color and joy and fashion to kind of protest and take up space and reclaim femininity in one's own way really spoke to me. And so I started collecting different things and putting looks together, and now I'm here.
That is awesome. So you're really just trying to put the word out there in the way of the fashion and what you're showing, and show what you enjoy and what you like.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I do this because it brings me joy, and but the inspiration really came from that taking that leap and reclaiming that sort of childish joy that a lot of us lose as we get older. So it's like it's for me, but it's inspired by a greater desire to reclaim femininity and express it on my own terms.
That's awesome. What is your favorite anime?
My favorite anime is Beastars.
Okay, can you explain that a little bit?
The anime itself? So Beastars, the kind of like micro synopsis that I like to tell people is Beastars is kind of like Zootopia, but much darker. So it's a society, the sort of microcosm of the plot takes place in this high school called Cherryton, and it's a society of anthropomorphic animal people. And the society is divided up into carnivores versus herbivores. And the story itself is very poignant because without being preachy or overly like beating their message over the head, there's just a lot of poignant discussions about things like class, prejudice. There are things like treatment for addiction. There are just these really interesting conversational topics that are sort of synthesized through this sort of absurd animal-person hybrid society. So you have like the carnivores versus the herbivores, and you can kind of project whatever marginalized like experience you want to put on that, like whether that's tackling prejudice like based on race, sex, orientation, anything like that, and kind of the way these different prejudices are implemented on a societal level, and it does so whilst also being just really entertaining and sweet and romantic, and it's just incredible.
Alright, let's do this.
Been coming to Anime Milwaukee since 2018, so that makes this about like year 3 or 4 because there was the gap.
Very cool. How many cons have you been to, like, total?
Oh my god, there's so many. I've been going since I was in middle school, since 2011. So I do like 3 to 4 even, like some years, so.
Wow, it must be an expensive hobby, changing out all those costumes and everything, to figuring out what you want to be for that, that con.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty pricey, but like I only do it 3 to 4 times, and with.
So yeah, so you get a good prep, and you say, like, all right, this is what I'm doing. Go for it. Since this being an Anime Milwaukee, what is your favorite anime?
It's been JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for a while. Yeah, have you heard of that one?
Yes, definitely. What is your favorite arc, I guess you could say?
Part 4. Before this, I cosplayed Killer Queen 2 years ago. I mean, I grew up with the Saturday morning anime cartoons, but I think Naruto was like the gateway to it that led me to like this sort of lifestyle.
Out of everyone that you've seen here at Anime Milwaukee, what is your probably favorite cosplay that you've seen?
Favorite cosplay? Oh, that is tough. I saw a lot of One Piece cosplays, so just because I was cosplaying One Piece, shout out to all the One Piece cosplayers.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Chris.
Alright, let's do this.
What are you cosplayed as?
So I'm cosplaying as Technoblade from the Dream SMP. So not an anime, more of a video game. It's based in Minecraft, so.
Awesome. Is that one of your favorite video games that you play?
Oh Oh yeah, definitely. I've been playing Minecraft like since it came out. I remember when it was free on the website, so I've been playing it since then.
That's awesome. How many years have you been cosplaying?
I've been cosplaying about 4 years now, so.
Okay, what got you into cosplaying?
Actually, one of my old best friends, Lo, really got me into cosplay. I met her at a speech event. I met them at a speech event, and they kind of dragged me along with it. So.
Awesome. What got you into anime? Like, was it an actual anime? Was it friends playing outside character-wise? What got you into it?
So my childhood best friend is the one that kind of introduced me to it. So she showed me, like, after school she'd come over to my house, we'd put it on the TV, and we just watch it from there. So I've been watching it for a long time.
That's awesome. What right now is your favorite anime?
My favorite anime right now, I have binged watched Skate the Infinity about 3 times now. So
is that the one where they're the skateboarders? Is okay? That's they're currently dubbing right now, right? Or they finished? They finished?
I think they finished dubbing it now.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. It's actually pretty good. Like the snowboarder, he comes in from a different.
I think we actually have a cosplayer right over there.
That's awesome. If you could give any knowledge on being upcoming cosplayers just getting into it, what's the best way that they can approach it, like becoming what they want to be?
So I started with going to thrift stores and putting all of my stuff together with thrift store items. So you don't have to go and buy the most expensive cosplay online. You can throw it together yourself. It's really easy to do that, and it makes it a lot cheaper and still fun, and you can say you made it yourself.
That is awesome. And I know off camera we were talking earlier saying that you entered in a competition at a different con?
Yes. I entered at Anime Fusion 2021 back in October.
And did you place? How'd you do?
I didn't place, unfortunately. Everybody else was amazing. Everybody was so kind. But it was, again, my first time. But I don't know exactly how I did. I feel like it went really well. So
definitely. Would it be something that you would want to go back and do again?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely was something that I've improved more on.
Awesome. What was it like getting up on? It was on a stage, I'm guessing, and you strut your stuff. What was it like?
Terrifying, I'll be honest. You're in front of a lot of people. It's a smaller con, so it's not as many, but still you're going off and showing something that you made, and you stand in front of judges beforehand, and they like walk around you and they look and they ask questions, and it's terrifying, but it was still so much fun to experience that.
Awesome. Do you enjoy Anime Milwaukee every year that you come? Is there something always new and refreshing that makes you keep coming back to it?
Yeah, definitely. I think my first year I really enjoyed the rave. I had such a good time at that, and this year I went to the drag show last night, and I know that's a new thing. That was really cool, and I hope they bring that back.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Alright, let's do this.
My suit is a kind of a spin on a Mandalorian. I got the idea when me and my friends were playing Call of Duty, and we kind of wondered what it would be like if a Mandalorian landed in the middle of a mission, like in-game, and he lost all of his kit but the helmet. So I kind of game planned the idea of like, oh, what's he gonna like add on to it, what works, what doesn't, and eventually came to this kind of general design here.
That is awesome. I love the backstory with it too. So is Call of Duty one of your favorite video games to play?
It's among there. It's definitely not on the top list, but it's definitely fun to jump in with some friends.
What is your favorite video game?
I'd say my favorite video game would have to be, I'd probably put, the best one I'd put is Dragon's Dogma. So my favorite anime in general is Fooly Cooly. So that was a small piece, that was a project put out by Production IG years back, and I caught it on Adult Swim actually. I would wake up at like 2 a.m. when I was like 6 years old.
What anime are you currently watching, like right now?
So currently, I'm actually finishing up Attack on Titan. I'm very delayed on it. I kind of fell off of everything that was like going just because of school and stuff. But aside from that, I'm kind of going through some older like anime. I'm going through like the retro era. So Gundam. There was one Gundam, amazing show.
Definitely, I'm a huge fan of like Yu Yu Hakusho. To me, that was an anime that really started out strong to me and then finished very strong, very satisfying ending. Like didn't have to have another season after it, but if they did, it'd be okay.
Yeah. I definitely love. I started Hunter x Hunter actually. It's in the same kind of vein. I haven't gotten like too deep into it, but I'm really liking the way they're presenting the magic through that as well. That's really good.
Awesome. How many cons have you been to in total?
In total, me and my family are really big on conventions. Like even my stepdad, he's big into like 70s Godzilla and Transformers, so he'll come out here for, you know, like the conventions and like see what they're selling, see if he can find something rare, something like that. My mom, she just loves seeing the costumes themselves, like the stuff people come up with, like the makeup and stuff. But me and my brother, we both just love putting suits together. Like, we love good sets of armor.
That is awesome. Clearly, you're great at what you do. Do you have any pointers or anything for upcoming cosplayers that want to get into this?
To anyone who plans on getting armor, I'd highly recommend finding something that can actually, like, is very breathable. So lighter materials. I'm actually wearing underneath this. My brother was actually in the Marine Corps, so he actually handed off some tips for like the materials to get. Usually very like stretchy, like breathable, like stuff. If you wear heavy armor, make sure that you have enough like cool layers underneath, like cooling shirts, stuff that you can have that like holds on, that can help vent some of that heat, because the helmets fog up really easy. So you know, it's always nice to dream of like walking around perfectly like they do in like Star Wars.
Right.
They're always in the helmet. Take the helmet off every once in a while. Otherwise, you'll just be bumping into people like crazy.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for your time and the interview. Awesome.
Alright, let's do this.
Probably one of the best ones that I've seen so far here.
Thank you. I'm cosplaying a Pyro Abyss Mage from Genshin Impact.
Okay. How long did this take you to make?
5 long months.
Wow. Just like ordering everything. Your accessory looks amazing. I'm handcrafted, I'm assuming.
It is. It's actually a base of a tiki torch.
Wow. Yeah, now that you say that, I can clearly see that. That is awesome. How many cons have you been to total?
Ooh. About 10?
Out of all of those cons, which one was your favorite?
KitsuneCon. That's located in Green Bay.
Okay. Very cool. What is your favorite anime right now?
Right now, it would be Haikyuu.
Okay. What anime got you into anime, I guess? The gateway anime?
This is going to be really basic, but it's going to be Inuyasha.
Yeah, I am a super fan of Inuyasha. You are like my new best friend right now. What is your favorite character?
Rin.
Rin. Okay. All right. I can. That's awesome. I'm really basic. Stromaru. If you could give any advice to any upcoming anime con people or that just want to get into this, what is it?
Cosplay for you. Don't cosplay for attention. Don't cosplay for someone else. Cosplay what you want to cosplay. And pick something that means the most to you.
How much do you think that you spend time with like total friends and money-wise?
Ooh, about $1,300.
Wow.
And that's not including like cosplay, everything. But I used to come with family. Now I just come with friends. So
that's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you so much for the interview. It has been wonderful. You are just an amazing sight. Like, your cosplay is awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alright, let's do this.
So we do family cosplays, and while it is a lot of extra work, I think it's really cool, both for the wow factor. I think a lot of people enjoy seeing all of these characters from the same show. This is my first con.
Awesome.
And so far, it's just been absolutely amazing. Most of the people have just been so kind and helpful, and I agree, just doing group cosplays is just so much fun, and it's a lot of work, but in the end, it's all worth it.
Awesome. Do you have anything to comment on?
So this is like my 3rd or 4th time coming to AMKE. This was actually my first ever con that I've ever gone to, except for when I was a little baby. But I just love the con community. Everybody's so kind and supportive of everything. And you get to wear what makes you feel comfortable. You can wear costume, you can wear regular clothes, whatever makes you feel comfortable, whatever makes you happy. But I love that you can just, everybody wants to take your photo, or everybody wants to just take a picture with you, or everybody just wants to hang out with you. It's just a really loving and kind community.
Awesome.
For people who are starting cosplay, I would say just don't be afraid of it. You know, it can seem really intimidating. I personally am somebody who, if something is intimidating, I just procrastinate on it forever. But it's really not that bad. Like I said, the community is really supportive. You don't have to make everything. I mean, everything that we have is bought, and then we kind of like tweak it.
That's awesome.
And that's totally fine to do. So I would say do it. You know, if you have a character you love, just do it.
Awesome.
I would say just don't listen to others if they're trying to put you down for it. Just do whatever you want, do what makes you happy in it, and if you find a character that you absolutely love, just go for it. Don't listen to what others have to say about it.
So I always thought that one of the best things is if you do it with friends. People love it when people have big groups, more than just one character. It's always good to explore new anime and video games. It doesn't have to just be anime either, though. There's things like Pokemon, video games, TV shows, movies, everything. And so I really think it's important that if you have friends, then do it with your friends. And I think it's just really great to have a fun time.
Awesome. All right, one quick last question. Who are you cosplaying at?
I am Tifa Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
I am Jessie from Final Fantasy VII.
Awesome.
And I am Yuffie, a thief from Final Fantasy VII.
Great. Thank you guys.
Alright, let's do this.
What's your name? Okay. What's your favorite anime? Okay. How long have you been coming here? He's not responding. What do you cosplay as?
Oh, just do it. Don't worry about like if your hair is the right color. The first time I went, I used my real hair and some stuff I thrifted from Goodwill. It really doesn't matter. You'll make friends regardless.
That's awesome.